Hello, I'm Purva. So today we have with us Swapna Menon, a personal brand image coach.
Hello, it's a pleasure to have you today with us.
Absolutely delighted to be with you, Purvi.
Thank you. Can you brief us about what do you do or what's your profession?
I'm an image consultant and a soft skill trainer. So, as such, I work on the personal brand of any individual. So, usually, I work on three aspects. I work on the appearance of a person as per the roles and goals of the person. So, suppose if you are a business woman, so you have to have your own appearance that will create that impact or create that image in the society. Similarly, if it's the behavioral part also, because sometimes your behavior is not matching what you are actually speaking. So it is somewhere you have to have that standards, your sophistication when you're working along with the crowd, so matching yourself to the crowd. So I work on the ABC of a person. Basically, it's appearance, behavior, and communication. So I'm also a communication trainer. That's where I take a lot of corporate trainings, and my forte is basically communication.
Okay, so let's go forward. The first question for you is how do you define success?
Success, to be very frank enough, success has multiple definitions. As per my role, my success changes every time. So for me, as a trainer, definitely, if as a trainer and image consultant, when I see that difference, when I see that I've made a change in somebody's life, that's where I feel that yes, this is like I am successful. So it's absolutely depending on what is the role at that time. So when I'm with my family, so definitely when I'm getting enough time to spend with them and I'm having a good time with them, that's success for me. But when I work and put on my shoes as an image consultant, then definitely the changes I see in people's life, that's brought in, and when they come back to me even after the consultation saying that this is what has happened after that, and it's all because of you or just because of our session, I think yes, somewhere we've made that change, and that's success for me.
Definitely. So the next question is what are the top three qualities you believe one must have in the corporate world?
So in the corporate world, you cannot be a different person altogether. You are what you are as a person. So it's like you just carry yourself wherever you are. So the first thing I think everybody should have is discipline.
Yes.
Discipline in your life. Just like sleeping early, waking up in the morning, and having your routine done, and then going for the organization, working in a discipline, managing your time accordingly is something that is very important in your life,
Right.
be it whether you're working in the organization or at home, anywhere. So a good discipline is something that you should be having. The second thing I feel is interpersonal skill, wherein you have to build rapport with people. And the whole digital life, wherein you are sticking to your phones wherever you are, it kind of is distancing people, just that normal talk or the normal chit chat that you get into, that is somewhere lacking. So I remember like when we were small, standing in the bus stop and you're seeing a person every day. So you kind of end up talking to the person and you kind of build a relation in the sense, build a rapport with people around you. I think today we are so glued to your phones because even if somebody is sitting next to you, you just don't bother to talk because you have somebody who is in the phone whom you're talking to. So that you carry your behavior to the corporate life also. And then interpersonal skill becomes a task. It's not like an easy going thing.
Yes.
So rapport building becomes a task and it's not like something that you just do it easily. That's because of the habits we have carried with us for a long time. I think the third thing, what you should be really working on is your body language, because it speaks volumes more than what you really want to talk. So I don't know whether you know the statistics, but it's basically just 7% of your communication is the words, and 93% is through the non-verbal communications. So that matters a lot in your organizational life.
Right. So moving forward, can you tell about the digital etiquettes one should follow?
Digital etiquette, first thing is watch what you see. So make sure that you are dressed well when you are coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Front of the screen, because we often are so used to sitting at home and just not bothered how you are. You don't want to get out of your pajamas. You just want to sit on the bed. And like I said, your body language speaks a lot. So a good appearance, dress well when you are coming on screen.
Right.
Second thing is your body language. So make sure you invest in a workstation for yourself, wherein you are investing in a good chair and a good table for yourself, because we are moving out of the office and creating an office at home. So you need to have that kind of a system. So watch your background, that, the simple thing, like, the very basics, the table, the chair, everything has to be really good. And the third thing I would definitely make sure is, please don't attend your sessions on bed lying down, because you're not taking back anything. Because I believe a lot that spaces carry energy. And when you are sitting on the bed doing your work, then what is the bed used for? I mean, you're having your food in the bed, or you're having your work in the bed, you are having your Instagram time pass on the bed, and then your body clock is also confused that what am I on the bed for? Am I supposed to rest? Am I supposed to work? Am I supposed to just be energetic? So I think these are the three things I really insist on when it comes to digital appearance, digital etiquette. So your space has to be right, your appearance has to be right, and your body language has to be right.
Definitely. Thank you for today. It was pleasure having you.
Same here.